Now that we're in SketchUp for Tools, this video is going to focus on how to interact with the different tools that you have. Along the top, you'll see that you have your title and whether it's saved or not, and where the file folder will be. Once you've named it, it will save it into your Google Drive. Now, as you look at the main picture here, you see that there's an XYZ axis and there's a character in the center of that axis. This character is there for proportion. Don't delete that person because they help set up your whole drawing's size. Over on the side, we have all of our tools, and with each tool, you have pullouts, or at least with most of the tools, you have pullouts. So if you want to make a rectangle, you click on that tool there. If you want to make a circle, polygon, letters, etc. So I click on the rectangle tool, and now I've got the rectangle tool. Over on the right side, you'll see that there's a number of pullouts over here that if you click on them, a whole window pops out. Now this one that I clicked on is the instructor. This one is important because anytime you want to know what a tool does, if you click on that tool, it will tell you in the instructor what it's capable of doing. So each tool that I click on, the instructor will respond by showing me what's capable. So let me go back to the rectangle tool, and it shows in the instructor that you can click and make these rectangles. Now I'm going to close this so we have more space, but some of you have been having problems making a simple rectangle to a correct size. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click to start my rectangle, and now as I drag around on my mouse or my touchpad, I'm not clicking at all at this point. I've pinned a point and it's just random sizes. You can see the dimensions in the lower corner over here. You can see those dimensions showing the X and Y axes separated by a comma. And this is important to know. So let's say I want to make a rectangle that's 4 feet. And you can see I typed 4 and then a single dash, which is a comma. So 4 feet, comma, space. And then I'm going to do a 10 feet. So 10, and then I press the apostrophe is what it's called. And so that gives us a single dash. And then I hit return, and it goes to that size. If I want to make another rectangle, I just click, and I start typing in my measurements. So let's say I want this one to be 24 inches, comma, space, 48 inches, and return. So that's how you do that. If you're going to do inches and feet, you can combine them. So let's say I want to do 2 feet, 10 inches, comma, space, 5 feet, 6 inches, and then return. And there's that size block. The next tool I'm going to do is my push-pull tool. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click and find the push-pull tool. And I'm going to grab this item and drag it up. And you can see I've made a 3D component, but let's say I want to be 6 feet tall. I just press 6 feet in my distance area and return, and now it's at 6 feet. Then I'm going to come and let's say I want to do the same with this box down here. I'm going to grab my push-pull tool. I'm going to bring that up. And let's say I want this to be 2 feet, return, and then I'm going to bring this one up, and I want this one to be 4 feet, return. So that's the simplest way to make rectangles specific sizes, is simply start drawing it and type the dimensions you want and then hit return. Remember, you're using an X, Y, Z axis, and the first X and Y are separated by a comma.